And the thing about Charlie Kirk is I think there's people that you meet or you see working, and you can just tell that they were like born to do something. Like when I watched Charlie Kirk debate or I watched him do like politics, a couple of years ago, I went to one of his events, and they were trying to target my dad as a donor. So I spent not as much time with him, but a good amount of time with like his right hand man. I think his name's like Ryan. This was like 5 years ago. Um, and I don't know how to describe it, but sometimes you see somebody doing something and you just know they're born to do it. I always felt that way about right wing media. When I came in here, I just felt like I would be doing this forever. And Charlie Kirk was somebody, when you watched him speak and you watched him debate, yes, there were things you might have disagreed with him on. I mean, yes, there's even stuff I didn't agree with him on. But he was somebody, when you watched, you knew that he was like born to do that. And I used to love watching, I mean, guys, when I was in school, my personality, it's very naturally left. Like it's very I always say if I didn't have a conservative dad and it wasn't for conservative media, I'd probably be like a hippie in a van somewhere, because I'm just very like open um and really his content, Candace Owens, Charlie, like back in the day, everything was left. Like everything shoved down our throat in school was left. You go to college, I had, trans people in my dorms in college. And there were some ideas that like I was maybe kind of susceptible to, but I never went too far down like the left rabbit hole because of people like him. I mean, people in my personal life too, but I don't know. There was just something about the fact that Charlie was obviously like going places in life. Um, but the problem that you get in media, and I can kind of speak to experiencing this, and also witnessing other like YouTubers and media personalities. In life, usually other people have like canon events. So if you guys talk bad at work or say something too conservative, there's like a harsh consequence. You might lose your job, you might get, you know, pulled into HR. And that's when people stop talking. But the problem in media is you don't really have those. And in fact, the more harsh you are, the more brazen, the less consequences you have. You go viral, you get clicks. And I don't think YouTubers, we often think about how much danger we're in, because day to day you don't really experience it. You mostly talk to like a camera and that sort of thing. But what you realize is this is kind of blackpilling, because there really is not freedom of speech in this country. I know we always say that, like, you can say whatever you want, but is it really freedom of speech if people can sue you for millions of dollars and ruin your livelihood, like Alex Jones? Is it really freedom of speech if you have to live in fear of being shot like Charlie Kirk? Is it really freedom of speech if the consequences are so severe you have to pay with your life and your livelihood? This year, I watched Trump almost get shot. I watched an assassination attempt on Nick Fuentes. I saw Tommy Robinson get thrown in jail. I'm now seeing Charlie Kirk die. And it's really blackpilling, because it's like, who's next? I hate that I have to be blackpilled. I hate being a pessimist. It's much easier to sell hope, to say we're going to fight back. But I think, if I'm being honest, I don't see this improving in my lifetime, or at least not in the next 10 years. And I think it's because I've watched this rhetoric for 10 years and I've only seen it get worse. I haven't seen it really improve. Like 10 years ago, I would watch these debates and I didn't see, I don't think it was normal for people to have a fear of getting shot. Okay, so we're going to go over some of the updates that I've seen on Twitter. And then I'll kind of give my thoughts as we're going through them. I think I'm going to play some of his old videos first, just in like memory or whatever. And do you know what's even more blackpilling? Seeing people I like and just their, like, there'll be people that I like as people day to day. They're nice people, they're kind, they're respectful. And just like watching and listening to them make light of his death because he had a difference in opinion. It's like, what is wrong with people? Like, I mean, people were saying that he deserved this because he was pro gun laws. And I just keep thinking, I'm like, okay, you guys might have had different strategies to reduce crime, but that doesn't mean it's, like that one liberal got attacked on the street with his girlfriend and like stabbed by a homeless person in front of her like last year. And it turned out, I think he was a BLM activist or some bullshit. I would never wish that upon anybody. Just because he had a different strategy, people generally want the same things. Like, no one wants to live in a crime-ridden society. Nobody wants to live in. People in general, want to see people do well. People want to make money. People don't want to pay taxes. And people don't want to fight in a war, but people just have different strategies to get to what most people agree that we want. And now there's just such incentive to really, kill people for clout in a way. And the thing is, you kind of make a deal with the devil in a way when you do this kind of work. The devil. And the deal is, you get internet fame, you get good work hours, you make a lot of money, but the cost is your safety and your security forever. And I was talking behind the scenes, like I know a lot of big YouTubers behind the scenes in the space. And a lot of this is going to change the way we do things forever. I know there's a lot of talk on, that people are still going to do the debates, and we're going to go through that, but YouTubers now forever and right-wing political commentary people are going to be looking over their shoulder. And I don't think you guys realize, like, if I go into a place, and I'm not trying to they have it way worse. I know people that are so political that they just can't live normal lives anymore. And the people that do, that make it really easy, I don't see this stopping, sadly.